Alright, hey everyone, MythicalCanary here, and welcome to my channel. We are playing 60 Seconds once again, the post-apocalyptic Cold War alternate reality game thing. I'm going to be doing hard mode today on survival mode. Once again, I won't be doing scavenger mode because that is infuriating and annoying and clunky and worse than Hello Neighbor. So, yeah. I hope that you're having a good day today. Let's just get straight into this because it's getting quite late. I'm recording this at like 1:25 AM in the UK, so we'll do classic mode, survival mode, and we'll do the Tsar Bomber hard mode. So we'll only have 2 family members. There'll be health issues, call 911, because obviously it's in America. Stock shelter is empty, got fragile equipment like glass. Food supply and water supply is 2 to 3 items. We've got hordes of unwanted visitors. That's hordes, not whores. I'm sorry guys, but you know, don't get your hopes up. And trouble is every day. Let's begin. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on twitch.tv/MythicalCanary. I livestream regularly over there when it lets me. Alright, so let's see what we got here. This is hard mode, remember? So we got Dolores and we got Timmy. Got the Boy Scout book as well. A cat bug spray is useful against insects and other creatures. Oh, we don't have that. We have a portable radio, we have 3 bottles of water, 3 cans of soup, and ammunition. And nothing else, so yeah. Day 1. Timmy is safe, and that's what matters. We barely got here in time ourselves. We have no idea what happened to Mary Jane and Ted. Maybe they're okay. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration it strictly. Time to ration supplies. Nope. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a much worse place than this cozy shelter. Day 2. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. If there's anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. We had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek some magical cup, only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map to determine their whereabouts. Well, we don't have a map, so sorry guys. You'll have to go to Camelot on your own. Day 3. We couldn't contain our laughter and our guests took offence. They ran off shouting that our ancestors were rodents and smelled like forest fruits. How rude. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Sorry, I gotta do that every time. It's just... Monty Python, man. Love it. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. If there's one thing we need, it's water. You'll be fine for another couple of days, guys. The area is still irradiated. We can't go outside. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much to us as Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down on her henhouse. Too bad we don't have a photo of her, or do we? We put some photos into books a while ago after the giant coffee spill incident. Let's check the Boy Scout book. Day 4. Oh, there she is. There's a family photo of Ada. We did! The photo we're looking for was stuck between the pages of a Scout handbook. What a lucky coincidence. It's a bit blurry, but it's still a wonderful surprise. Timmy's in terrible shape. Dolores won't survive. You'll be fine, guys. Area's still irradiated. We can't scavenge. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. The neighborhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombings. Day 5. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Yeah, go on. You guys can eat something. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. We had planned to go to Niagara Falls and see those beautiful waterfalls. We never expected to get a waterfall of our very own in our shelter. Right now it seems that half a dozen pipes burst and all that water is pouring right into our bunker. We need to save our supplies. Well, the only one worth saving is the radio because we have nothing else that needs it. Day 6. Everything was flooded. The radio was rescued first before any of that filthy liquid got into its case. It wasn't long before most of the water disappeared, but the damage it had done was enough to upset us. Cleaning and fixing this mess will take us days, and what's that smell? Nothing new to report on Timmy. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. You would expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty arguments. When the future is not looking too pretty and all you see is naked walls, not much is necessary for an explosion. It happened. We started fighting like crazy. Day 7. Phone. We're done fighting, but for how long? No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop, yet here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go outside? Sure. Bye, Timmy. You might get sick, but whatever. Day 8. Oh no, you're fine. Okay. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. You guys will be fine. Area is still irradiated. We decided to have some fun today and play a game or two. The first one was picking the game we are going to play. This took us most of the day and we still haven't made up our minds. Yeah, I know that feeling. Picking a game to play can be so awkward sometimes. Day 9. We played I Spy and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. You can wait 1 day. Radiation sickness is still a risk. Timmy is not doing great. It would be good to talk to him to cheer him up. Yes, it would. Keep your mental health in check, everyone. And I mean that, like, sincerely, because I suffer from pretty high anxiety myself, so that's kind of a footnote for myself. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Yeah, you can have some rations. When conducting our daily supply count, we've noticed that the soup can was missing. We're absolutely sure it was there just yesterday. That can only mean one thing. We have a soup thief among us. Now we just need to figure out who the culprit is. Who ate the soup? I'm not going to blame anyone. Day 11. Whatever happened to our precious soup, we'll let it go. One can isn't worth the drama and arguments that would ensue, and we really don't have enough evidence to figure out who did it. Maybe we just made a mistake when counting. We'll never know for sure, but if someone did steal it, they'll be taking their secret to the grave. Timmy is on his best behaviour. How long will that last? Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. The contamination... Nope, still radiation sickness. It's been a while. We don't know much about what's happening on the surface. If we only had a chance to tune into some emergency radio broadcasts and learn a thing or two. Well, we have a radio, so lucky us. Day 12. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government's emergency announcement service. Yeah, I actually did that sentence right this time. Last time I just totally fucked that one up. And guess what? Great news. The fallout outside has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. State of the wasteland remains unknown to us. Yes, we will risk it. Yeah. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there is still much to be done, like trimming that shrubbery on the yard. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of there. Out of here. Whatever. It's late. Give me a break. Day 13. Planning far ahead is usually a good strategy, but for now we should be more interested in our plan for water rationing. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. You guys will be fine. Ooh, actually, who should we send out? Dolores or Timmy? Timmy. So we'll give you some food, we'll send out Timmy, and you can take... take the ammo, whatever. Day 14. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. He took the ammo. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. She'll be fine. She can wait one day. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to the rescue and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. We have a radio. Day 15. Rationing day, apparently. We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Yeah, well, you're fine. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had a few minutes to decide what to do. Well, we had nothing, so we'll do nothing. Day 16. In other circumstances, we might have risked battling a beast in the darkness, but for some reason we felt that was not to our liking. So we screamed and screamed with terror. The creature was probably more afraid of us than we were of it. It left in a hurry. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Time to ration supplies. Nope. It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we will keep our peace, or else we might need to act like wolves. Survival of the fittest and all. Day 17. Some mornings we feel a bit hopeless. We need to pull ourselves together and be more optimistic. The army can't be far. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. We might be safe inside these walls, but there are other problems to consider. None of us can sleep properly. We have to deal with this as soon as possible, otherwise we might end up falling asleep in the face of real danger, like saucer men from Mars. Well, we have no first aid, so we can't do that. Day 18. Timmy, come back please. Timmy can sneak like a secret agent man, but that might not be enough to avoid the band of raiders camped near our shelter. For fuck's sake, Timmy, oh my god. We can probably assume he isn't coming back. Well, this is great. Sorry Dolores, you're gonna die either in here or out there. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we try to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck, we're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we will need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. Ah, sorry Dolores. We're not certain about the situation outside. I'm not going to send her out. And we're not going to get a cat because we have nothing. Day 19. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. She can wait one more day. The other day we heard a quiet knock on our door, but when we opened we only found a suitcase. No, we're not doing that. Sorry, I know I should read the full thing, but that is a trap. Day 20. She's gone crazy and she's dehydrated. Well, good thing you got food and water still. We had no idea who left this, and nowadays you can't trust anybody. We're not risking our lives with some supplies. They could be poison. We threw the gift away and quickly forgot about it. Yeah, Dolores' sanity is questionable, of course. No, we're not going to send anyone out. We've always wanted to throw a party with a huge cake. For some reason it never worked. One time we were promised a great cake and it turned out it was a lie. That was a disappointment. We weren't glad. We're definitely getting a cake when the radioactive clouds are gone. God, I want cake. That would be nice. I'm just hoping a random event will come along and save Dolores. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it will stay this way. Ah dear. Ha! Guess what? We already got ourselves our very own fallout garden. We've got a bunch of mushrooms growing in one of the walls. No thanks. Oh, she slept. That's good. She's just crazy now. Aren't we all a bit? We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Well, fungus is one of them. Dolores is very unpredictable. Sometimes we're a bit afraid of her. When emptying our bucket in front of the shelter, we discovered a hastily drawn map on one of the ruined walls. Someone drew out a route and marked a spot at the end of it. Maybe there are supplies in there. Yes, go Dolores, go! It's weird how this event doesn't actually, like, lock us out. Day 23. Lucky find! Oh no, we found the ammo that Timmy took! Lucky find, we're afraid the map was a trap leading us straight into a camp full of bandits. But it turned out to be true. At the end of the path we found some supplies that might be helpful to us. That's from your son, you idiot. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Dolores is clearly giving in to the madness. We wish we could stop it. Oh dear. You maniacs, you blew it up! Ah, damn you! Damn you all to hell! That's something we should have told our neighbours when they blew up their barbecue last spring. Those were good times, even if they wasted a perfectly good barbecue. Day 24. Living in the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. Dolores isn't doing very well. Her sanity is very questionable. Oh dear. We were able to catch a military broadcast again. This time they're asking us to go out with our flashlight and signal to their plane after it gets dark. If all goes well, they'll be able to find us. Sounds like we'll be leaving soon. Well, we have no torch, damn it. Ah. Day 25. Still thirsty and crazy? Well, we can give you something to eat and drink. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Especially in this economy? Especially after it was wiped out? Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. Okay then. Seems awfully quiet outside. Ooh. Some door-to-door salesman found his way to our shelter. We remember him from before the apocalypse. He came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us to join something called Astro Citizen. But we refused. Now he just wants supplies, and he says he will reveal some state secrets to us in return. No. Dolores is hanging on by a thread. Day 26. As a rule, we don't trust door-to-door salesmen, especially ones who attempt treason. We told him to go back to whatever planet he dropped to Earth from. He got angry and stormed off, mumbling something about how our souls are going to be devoured by the alien lord Zontar. Poor guy, he seemed very confused. Dolores is very unpredictable. Sometimes we're a bit afraid of her. We were about to finish our dinner, if you can call it that, when we heard someone knocking on the door. It seems to be a trader who is very interested in ammunition. Okay, yeah, take the ammunition, we don't need it. Day 27. Our visitor was happy to get some ammunition. In return, he offered us rations. It wasn't much, but something is always better than nothing. Dolores is pretty fatigued. We woke up to a dripping sound today and noticed there was something leaking from the pipes. That green liquid looked innocent enough even after it ate through the table, and the chair, and the floor. Patching up that pipe is probably a good idea. Alright then, Boy Scout book it is. Yay! Day 28. Ha! Problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Fuck it. Yeah, someone has something. A young man knocked on our door today, asking for help. He said he has been watching us for a while, and he believes we're good and decent people. Although he hoped we would meet in different circumstances, he could really use our help now. The mission is rescuing his twin sister who went missing while trying to infiltrate a nearby bandit camp. He promises it will be worth our while. Day 29. Poor Dolores, she's not doing very well. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed but really friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Turns out the bandit leader is actually their father. It's a crazy small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Ever since we jumped into our fallout shelter, we've been wondering about that other door in the shelter. Should it even be here? Where does it lead? It's high time we checked it out. Well, we don't have the torch and we don't have the rifle, so... Nope, not today. Day 30. Some things are better left untouched and unknown. Whatever is behind that door will have to stay there. We also stacked some furniture against it, just to be sure nothing and no one comes through them. Dolores is clearly giving in to the madness. Wish we could stop it. Nah, you can wait another day. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what we can make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing, or will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? Day 31. Who's knocking? We can make it work, even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard that's the best way to get to Europe. Oh, silly American jokes. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. No, you can wait a bit longer. We were about to go to sleep when we heard someone knocking on the door. Who could it be at this hour? Who could it be in this part of the wasteland? How in the hell did they survive the nuke? Shall we open up? Yeah, why not? You only live once. Watch it be bandits. Day 32. Okay, we're alive. That's okay. Who was it? Oh, we got some water. Yay. A group of travellers wearing gas masks and carrying some serious looking equipment gave us purified water. Before we could thank them, they turned away and left. So we got plus 2 water. Awesome. Okay. Well, have some food and water, Dolores. It's your lucky day. We discussed everything we could and no one is willing to chat there anymore. The silence is really disturbing. We should do something before we start talking to ourselves instead. So we got the radio. Day 33. Ah, how fortunate we took the radio with us. We can probably listen to some music. They still play music out there, don't they? The peace and quiet of our shelter was disturbed today when Dolores suddenly jumped out of her seat and started cursing at the radio. Oh no. We begged her to sit down and relax. Phew, there's no one else there. The radio wasn't even on, but she kept saying she could hear voices coming out of the speakers. Clearly they belonged to someone really impolite because Dolores showered the box with the most creative set of insults and occasional screams like, "You won't get my cans," or "How dare you speak this way of my mother." Dolores has won the argument by smashing the ill-mannered radio on the floor. Only then she calmly went back to her seat with a triumphant look on her face. The whole thing was probably quite disturbing, but if we want to avoid her wrath, this is probably best never to mention it to Dolores again. So we lost the radio. Great going. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity. Do something. Well, there's nothing. Hear that? Noises coming from below. This is probably the right time to check out the manhole in the corner. The one that's been locked tight ever since we got to the shelter. We don't have an axe, we don't have a torch, so no. Day 34. Ooh, that sounded ominous. Scribble there. Going into a tight dark tunnel is not a good idea, especially with those weird noises coming from it. They're giving us the creeps even up here. With no help, Dolores might go over the edge of sanity. Ooh. When we heard a knock on the door this morning, we held our breath in fear, but we soon heard children's voices coming from outside. We decided to open it up. It turned out the voices belonged to a pair of Girl Scouts. They used to sell cookies, but they have branched out and they now offer other items too. Smart girls. Well, we don't have anything to barter, so no thanks. Day 35. How are you holding up, Dolores? Thirsty, deranged and fatigued. Oh dear. Although the girls are very brave to walk around the Waiton like that, sadly they didn't have anything of interest to us, so we declined their offer. They wished us a nice day and left. Oh dear. We'll feed you. Yeah. We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs falling down. Not on our heads anyway. Hope she slept, that's good. Day 36. She's just deranged and fatigued now. Memories or not, we need to keep our heads clear and get a grip on reality ahead of us. Dolores is still nuts. What in the hell are those sounds? Are they even coming from the goddamn walls? They're driving us crazy. Is something crawling in the air vents? Relax. Take a deep breath. We should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Maybe try something relaxing for a bit. Can't, we don't have cars, we don't have checkers? Oh dear. Rain, come on. Day 37. How am I lasting this long? Day 37. Boredom can really get to you in the shelter. It can lead you to dark places. Trust us. With no help, Dolores might go over the edge. A coded note was left on our doorstep. It's all symbols and numbers, some sort of cipher that will need to be cracked before we can read the letter. Dolores seems eager for this challenge. However, it's hard to tell how long this could take her, and it could prove to be a waste of her time. Should she keep herself busy with it? Hell yeah, do it, Dolores. Keep your sanity up. She slept again? Oh god. She's thirsty, deranged, tired and fatigued. Oh my god. Dolores instantly sat down with the code and started working on it with a purpose. She looks very focused. Let's hope the note is worth staying up all night. Dolores looks very tired already. She can't remain thirsty for long. With no help, she might go insane. Yada yada yada. Have some food and water. No, we're not doing the sleazy looking trader. Just skipping right past that one. Day 39. How are you holding up? Nope, still bad. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Come over the times of yard sales, we can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. No help, Dolores might go over the edge of sanity, yada yada yada. These are dire circumstances, yes they are. We found ourselves in. Supplies are running low, and if we don't take care of ourselves, nobody else will. We know for a fact that one of our neighbours had a shelter with a broken trapdoor, and there might be some supplies inside. Of course, there's a chance the neighbour and her kids managed to get there in time, but we could really use whatever they have. And we're stronger. Shall we pay them a visit? Yes. Just imagine this zombie-looking Dolores turning up at the door. Day 40, we're doing really well. Did we get anything? I think we got a lock. Yep. We went, got what we needed, and came back. We're sure that group will do just fine. Most probably. Yeah, absolutely. So we got a padlock. With no help, Dolores might go insane. It took several days and a lot of silent cursing, but Dolores finally cracked the code. Impressive! The note contains detailed directions for some secret location nearby, but it also says Dolores must show up alone. Well, she's only alone, so yeah. She says she's willing to go, but we can't help but wondering whether it's some sort of trap. Yes, we will risk it. Go, Dolores, go! Day 42. Oh, she's doing better now. Yay! Dolores came back looking relaxed and carrying extra supplies. The note was written by her dear old friend Peggy, who now inhabits the shelter together with other work colleagues of Dolores. She claims it was some sort of secretary job from before she married Ted. It's weird how little we know about that time in her life. She's quite a private person, our dear Dolores, but clearly all those years ago she made friendships for life. These supplies will surely prove useful. Yes! 2 food, 2 water. You're gonna feast tonight, Dolores. Dolores is sane again and she's rested. Yes! Victory! It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what can we make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing, or will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? No offense to Toronto, by the way. Day 43. Maybe moving away won't be too bad. We can probably make new friends, meet new people, provided anyone is still alive, that is. Dolores is doing fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Yeah, go and have some more, why not? It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we will keep our peace, or else we might need to act like wolves, survival of the fittest and all. Day 44. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Dolores' sanity is questionable. Enough of this plain tasteless water. Dolores is really craving a cup of coffee. Real true blue American coffee, the kind that you can drink 5 cups of and still feel sleepy. But where are we going to find that in this wasteland? Well, Dolores' favourite diner used to be a few blocks away. Maybe someone should go on a coffee run. Yeah, go Dolores, why the hell not? Day 45. Great, we got a whole pot of cold coffee. The taste is weird and we don't have any sugar or milk to give it flavour, but it'll do. It's a step up from the bland, slightly irradiated water we've been drinking. The pot only held a few cups worth of coffee and we gulped it all down in mere minutes. All of us are feeling very alert and ready for anything. For the next 5 or so minutes anyway. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Screw it, you might as well keep eating your supplies. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is they probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they're quite huge and will probably attack us when they get a chance. So we use the Boy Scout book. Day 46. Damn, Dolores is a trooper. That was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. Today's been fine for Dolores thus far, despite the cockroaches, you know. Ooh. No, we have nothing. Today we were visited by a strange-looking little man who introduced himself as a trader. He insisted his prices are so low that it's practically like cutting his own throat. The least we could do was take a look at his offer, although for some reason we don't really trust him. So he offers a radio for cards or a first aid kit for a checkers board. Well, we have nothing, so... Day 47. Despite his desperate attempts to sell us all kinds of things, useless and not, we turned down the man's offer. It's probably for the better. He did look quite untrustworthy. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Yeah, go on, why not? Have some more food and water. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave, walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and the pollution? Ah, that's the scent of freedom we miss. Day 48. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Dolores isn't doing very well. Her sanity is very questionable. It's been a while since we showered. The smell in this tiny shelter is far worse. It's far from roses as it can get. We had thought of washing ourselves. Too bad we didn't grab any soap along the way. Well, maybe we can make do with something else. We don't have any ammo, we don't have a gas mask, and we don't have bug spray. So, sorry Dolores, you're gonna have to stink. Day 49. Yep, and she got sick. That was predictable. The world has ended. Who cares about showering? We can get used to it. Adapting shouldn't be hard. It will be like a camping trip. It will... Oh no, that smell is just terrible. Don't puke, don't... Suspicious looking stains cover parts of the page. And Dolores got ill. Fucking great. The last thing we expected to hear while sitting in a fallout shelter was a trumpet. It was played by someone who was clearly not a trumpet player and who had probably never heard a trumpet player in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded that we let the merry men enter so they could take from the rich and give to the poor. Should we let them in? Yes, save us, please. Give us something. Day 50. Yes, they replaced our radio. Those merry folks were very kind. They noticed we didn't have a radio and so offered us one. When we asked where they got it from, they said, the 1%. So we got the radio. Awesome! We were able to catch a military broadcast again. This time they're asking us to get out there with a flashlight and signal the plane. Ugh, well, we don't have one. Day 51. Is anyone gonna save Dolores, you poor, sick, crazy, fatigued lady? The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Especially in this economy. Especially after it was wiped out. We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs falling down. Not on our heads anyway. Day 52. Who knows, maybe the new world will offer new opportunities and it won't be that bad. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Ah dear. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. The neighborhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombings. Day 53, Dolores slept, that's good. We can take care of ourselves. Dolores has really lost it. Today we caught her red-handed, gorging on our supplies and completely ignoring our strict but fair rationing policy. When we insisted that she stop, first she became really irritated and then to our dismay she burst into tears, apologizing for her behaviour. We really don't know what to make of this. We lost one water, great going. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity, do something. Yeah. We played a game on the list of things you hate the most, and our neighbour's name kept coming up for some reason. That reminds us that little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wondered what's inside. Maybe now's the time to finally find out. But who will do the honours of stealing the possessions of our arch nemesis? Well, there's only Dolores, so you're up. Day 54. What did you get, Dolores? Anything? Oh, we got a torch. Yay! We marched into Ned's house and found the safe cracked open by the blast. Most of its contents were destroyed, but we still salvaged something out of it. Ned was nowhere to be found. He likely perished in radioactive agony. All told, it was a good day. So yeah, we got the torch. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity, do something. Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon and life will be back to what it used to be, or else we might face dangers never dreamt of. Day 55. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs falling down. Not on our heads anyway. Day 56. Hang in there, Dolores. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. When Dolores came back from the expedition the other day, she had a tiny scratch on her leg. Oh god. Didn't seem serious at the time, but right now it's quite a terrible sight. If we don't do anything about it, losing one leg will be a minor inconvenience in comparison to what might happen next. Sorry Dolores, we don't have an axe, we don't have the first aid kit. Day 57. Oh god. We didn't do anything about the infected wounds. After all, our ancestors could survive without all that fancy medicine. Why should we listen to the doctors? Dolores is looking more sickly though. Well, what? Oh no, hang on. Ah. There we go. How about that lake we've been going to for the past few years? It would be so good to find ourselves there, far away from all this madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into Atomville. Day 58. How are we still going? Oh my god. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. A sleazy looking trader, no thank you. God, Dolores looks terrible. Day 59. Our grandparents always told us never to buy anything sight unseen. Dolores needs a doctor now. Well, I'm sorry, you're out of everything, Dolores. That's the last food and water. Oh no. Oh no, we can't do it. Someone paid us a visit today. It was an overly cheerful, red-haired woman accompanied by a grumpy-looking mercenary type who was probably her guard. She told us she was a trader and eagerly showed us the items she brought along. She offers an axe for a gas mask. She offers a map for a radio. Well, no. No use. Day 60. It was hard to turn her down because of that damn cheerfulness, but we did it anyway. The woman seemed a bit disappointed and tried to offer us schematics for some weird gun. We turned that down too. It's not like we have any tools around here anyway. Oh dear, Dolores. Ooh. The military's transmitted again. They say their first step is to locate any remaining survivors. A plane will be doing a swoop over the neighborhood this evening and we're supposed to be out in the open. Yes, let's use the torch. Finally. Day 61. Hang in there, Dolores, please. Everything was going as planned, but then the flashlight stopped working. We were lucky to get it fixed just in time to hear the distant roar of the plane's engines. We're pretty sure the pilot saw us. Let's see if they get back to us. Ah, Dolores, you're fucked. I'm sorry. We always thought life would be much better than... We always thought life would be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now we think life could be much better. In a way, not much has changed. Day 62. Oh god, are you gonna live, mate? What we make it today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. Dolores, you're nothing. I'm sorry. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of the smell is. Absolutely do it. Oh fuck. Well, it didn't matter anyway. We got some soup. But... it was too late for Dolores. Poor lady. We looked into the hole, fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts. But nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. I wouldn't say that was lucky, Dolores. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Plus 1 soup. Dolores' sickness progressed quickly. Coughing, fever, chest pains. She didn't recover. Surviving the apocalypse is no easy task, we can tell you that much. We spent 63 days in our shelter. That was good, though. That was a nice long run, that one. Even if we did die again. So, 63 days in our shelter. Day 2, the nights who say, me. Day 3, family ties. Day 5, fighting the tide. Day 7, hello. And also an unexpected call. Day 10, soup thief. Day 11, nuclear fallout has gone. Day 14, make contact with the military. Day 17, sleepless in Atomville. Day 18, Timmy did not make it back. Day 19, what's in the box? Day 20, Dolores is insane. Day 21, alternative diet. Day 22, graffiti. Day 24, missed the army plane. Day 26, every bullet counts. Day 27, plumbing action. Day 28, reunited. Day 32, silent as a grave. Day 33, sabotage. And also, the neighbours downstairs. Day 34, the cookie business. Day 36, we can hear things. Day 37, the code. Day 39, the dark side. Day 40, dear Peggy. Day 44, Dolores is insane and the coffee run. Day 45, bugs. Day 46, CMOTD. Day 49, call the sheriff. Day 50, miss the aeroplane. Miss the army plane again. Day 53, sabotage. Is Ned safe? And let's see, we've got day 59, wasteland supply. Day 60, signaled the army. Day 62, something smells worse than us. Day 63, Dolores' illness was too much and she perished. Rest in peace. You perished. Day survived, 63. Water and soup consumed were 6 each. We didn't have to defend the shelter once. We made 7 yes decisions, we made 2 no decisions. We have 6 out of 7 successful expeditions and 4 items brought back from the expeditions. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you had fun with this 60 seconds run. It's kind of random, so each experience will be different in some way. I know that there are some similarities in other runs I've done, but yeah, I hope they have fun. I know that people tend to enjoy this game as well. I do prefer the visual novel side of it. I don't like the scavenging part, it's just frustrating. But yeah, I don't know, I love sort of like historical themed things. And this is like nice and quirky. It's done in a quite tasteful comedic way. But yeah, that one was on hard mode anyway, on the survival mode. And yeah, I mean, if you really want to see more of this, please let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to give me a follow on twitch.tv/MythicalCanary, and also to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, everything helps. Feel free to follow my Discord channel as well, and feel free to browse the art and literature gallery on my Ko-fi page, which is ko-fi.com/MythicalCanary. You'll see all the links anyway. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now. It's pretty late here, but I hope that you all have a wonderful night, and take care of yourselves. See you all soon.